All right, Grixis or red-black-blue aggro. This is a base red-black deck with a small blue splash for Royal Scions, as well as Nicol, Bolas, the Ravager here at the top end of our curve. We've got Rotting Regisaur, which can carry an Embercleave. We've got Kroxa, which can carry an Embercleave. One card that comes up as a question a lot of the time is we got 2 main deck copies of Ashiok Dreamrender here. Ashiok has 2 pieces of relevant text that are decent in a number of different places in Historic. Stopping people from searching is good against things like Golos and Scapeshift. Exiling graveyards is very good against a variety of combo decks like Kesis, for example. One thing that's really important to note about Ashiok here is that regardless of who you mill, Ashiok always exiles your opponent's graveyard. So in our deck with Kroxa and Phoenix of the Ash, Ashiok's -1 targeting ourselves, Ashiok frequently reads draw 1 to 2 escape creatures. So this is a main deckable hate card that will also frequently draw us into our powerful cards that we want to put into play from the discard pile. So if we get to, mill 12 or even 16 cards, you're going to draw multiples of these usually and have cards to put them into play. Let's hop on into some matches here with this and see how it goes. The Queen is giving an address regarding the coronavirus. It's a big deal here. She hasn't made an address to the nation other than her traditional Xmas message since 2002 when her mother died. Good. Every influential person that can encourage people to understand how big of a deal this is and what they can do as their small part is helpful and good. Sure, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Curving right up out the door. 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to keep the Bolas straight. All right. Since we switched off of the what's it called? We switched off of the Fall of the Throne deck and immediately find Field of the Dead. Is it irresponsible to invite people over to your house? Yes. Yes. Stop it. If someone is not performing a service, you need to literally stay alive. You should not be having people over to your home. What are spells? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. You should not be coming within 6 feet of anyone you don't live with, period. Yes, that is straight up. You can't have your wife at home because you're both nurses. Yeah. Yep. To quote Philip DeFranco, don't be stupid. Come on now. Think a little bit, try a little bit harder, you're gonna be okay. Well, shoot. Ooh. That's exciting. I think DeFranco puts out a great product. He does what I like good news sources to do, which is when he's giving an opinion on something, he goes out of his way to make sure that his viewers understand that it's an opinion and not a fact. I'm not even sure I could really tell you what DeFranco's political positions are. I've been watching him for close to a year. I don't think I could tell you offhand, like, where he lands politically. Why not attack with Legion there? Isn't it kind of free? No, if they block the Knight, I have to then pump the Knight, and then I don't get the Cleave into play. Which is a big deal. Getting the Cleave down here is key. I'm gonna close this game out ASAP. We've actually only drawn one spell outside of our opening hand this game, and it was Embercleave, so it's just like looking like it might be good enough if they brick off here for one more turn. Yeah, Death Touch Double Strike Trample's a heck of a wombo combo here. You could put Cleave on Legion and kill Tulsa. No, you can't. Because if you put Cleave on the Knight of the Ebon Legion, it's a 2/3, and then it trades with the Tulsmere. Ah, the tried and true chump block for 1. I guess they're just like hoping to draw a sweeper here. I don't know. If he does skew conservative, he's been appropriately critical of basically every time Trump stepped in it. So that's all I really know. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he's someone that followed a similar path to myself, who grew up conservative and then was always white and middle class and just didn't think about things like that for a while, and then eventually landed in a more reasonable place when he actually thought about things. That was, I'm not gonna lie, that was actually kind of impressive, right? Like, we literally just didn't draw any spells. It just didn't matter because the couple of spells we had were real busted. This is an easy Bonecrusher out matchup. Ferocidon in, Ashiok in, Legion's End in. For some people, keeping your political leanings hidden is a good financial move. Maybe. I don't know. It's definitely, what is it called when you're successful for doing a thing, so you're biased towards doing that thing? It could be is it just success bias? It could be my success bias talking, but I know there's definitely a base of people out there who, like, appreciate people being genuine. So, like, I feel like unless you're a raging Trumper, it's probably not that big of a deal to, like, make it clear where you stand on things. Because people who are raging Trumpers can and should be ashamed and should be ostracized at this point. Because they're horrible people supporting horrible things. Do I want to cut Mire Triton? I feel like Triton fills the bin for this and also provides a reasonable 2-drop. Is it crazy to trim Phoenix of the Ash? Flying over the top is good. I don't know what I want to do here. Maybe it's just Royal Scions out. Let's cut Royal Scions for now. Maybe I don't want Legion's End. I could see Legion's End not being good enough. Yeah, one of the things that a lot of Republicans, because they're in a cult, they don't understand is that, like, we don't criticize Trump because he's a Republican. We criticize Trump because he's evil and he's an idiot. And, like, it's okay to be critical of the people you support, and if those people were capable of being critical of Trump, they would realize what an evil idiot he is. Alright, I think I just play Ashiok here. Because while obviously it doesn't do anything because my graveyard's gone, next turn is their turn where they play their Search 2 Lands card that I'm blanking on at the moment. Circuitous Route. Yeah, that's the one. So, next turn is a time wipe turn. I think I'm just going to go ahead and activate this and smack them for 4. With 3 Ashioks, maybe we're supposed to mill them. So the problem with milling them is there's a real chance that my opponent's deck has Nexus of Fate in it. So I think milling them and potentially thinning their deck to Nexus of Fate is not ideal. Also, leaving this on 5 is beneficial, so it's harder for them to attack down. Is a real consideration. Yeah, any deck that could have Nexus of Fate in it, you really don't want to mill them willy-nilly. They shocked, but I think they're shocking so they can scry here. I think I just smack them for 5, play this, get some things. Of course you can, Furso. We aim to please. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Enjoy your stay. Oh, Hoaglandia, 'tis a silly place. Feels like escape decks can never be tier 1 because of it. Yeah, maybe. Getting a little bit punished for not getting the Ferocidon into play sooner. He said before his opponent bricked off horribly. Yikes. Rough. Alright, so they're dead. So you're dead. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. The old awkward Ashiok. I mean, Ashiok did technically do something there, right? Like, Ashiok making their Golos not have an Enters Play trigger was super relevant. We're honest, we're barely Grixis, okay? If you watch some of our sets in the past, this is our 3rd time playing this deck. The Bolases and Royal Scions have both been very good. We are definitely red black based aggro at our core, but like the other cards do meaningful stuff. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like I made warm pretzels in the oven last night, and you sprinkle a little bit of water over the top of them so the salt sticks, so you get the delicious part. It's like red-black aggro with just the delicious parts of Grixis sprinkled onto it so they stick. Just the yummy parts, chat. None of the Grixis badness, just the yummy parts. Alright, I think we do this, and then we hope to draw lands 3-4. Alright, we take those here. Is there an ambush in my Knight's Future? Ambush would be rough, because I mean I couldn't stomp their thing. Land. Sick. Sick. I'm gonna shock that in here, because shocking that in prevents them from attacking me, which saves me life in the long run. And then when they don't attack in, we'll stomp one of these 2/2s. Alright, hoping for an untapped land here again. Swish. Swish! He's so angry, chat. He's just very... Daddy's home, and he's roaring mad. No blocks on the Spellbreaker. Go to 11. Go to 12? Go to 12, sorry. Nikki B just lines up so well with Knight of the Ebon Legion. Does he smacks them for 4? Evasive deal 4s are great. Yeah, we had a few games that we played with this deck where like we ended up going long and like Flip Nick like actually flipped over. It was just stellar. Alright, Grasp, Lava Coil, Tyrant, Scorn in. Ashiok's not stellar here. Honestly, probably Phoenix of the Ash, and maybe a Kroxa comes out. That seems pretty reasonable. I like it. Nice, good, clean curve here. 1, lots of 2s, couple 3s, couple 4s, and a cleave at the top. Back from my timeout and learned the valuable lesson of double checking power and toughness before making suggestions. Yes, excellent. You love to see it. We learn in this chat occasionally. Yep. Get to see Mire Triton in action here, which is pretty sweet. Card gains us a little bit of life and then trades with one of their threats. Just basically does everything we're interested in doing this matchup. You want to cut Scions for Papa Nick? Yeah, that seems super reasonable. Scions don't impact the board. Okay, yeah, if we get a game 3, I'll make that swap. I think that is a good suggestion. I'm gonna play Rotting Regisaur here so we can keep their squad at bay here, hopefully. So we'll bin the land, and the next turn we'll probably attack in a way. Hey, Roland. Thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. This is an easy trade here. That way I don't have to discard another card. This might be a cleave on defense game. Yep. Are we dead? I kind of feel dead. Cleave on what? I don't know that word, right? Need 7. Yikes. Well, I mean, like, if that wasn't the best possible sequence in our deck, I don't know what was. If that wasn't the best possible sequence our deck was capable of. Bite Burger, thanks for that. I don't know if it's going to be good enough, but that was almost assuredly the best possible series of cards we could have drawn. Should I exile all the non-lands there? Yeah, probably. Am I dead? That's potentially a very good draw. So I should attack with everything here, right? I think they're dead. I think they're dead even without that, actually, with the second cleave. Because, like, I get to slide the cleave at instant speed, basically. So, like, they block in a certain way, and then I slide the cleave and kill them. So, like, Embercleave plus Knight is likely lethal, because I can cleave for 2 and then pump it up. And I can cleave for 2, pump, and then still Kroxa post-combat as a bolt. It's been a sick game. I cannot believe we won this game. Yeah, the Death Touch plus Cleave is disgusting. The sneaky, I don't know if it's Pocket Sand. It's like killing them. Like Pocket Sand doesn't kill, okay? Yeah, just this. We don't even need the 3. This alone is lethal. Yeah, at 6 over. That game right there is why I'm not sure if I want the 3rd side over the 4th cleave. Yeah, cleave is real good. It's real good. Having a combo kill in your aggro deck is quite wonderful. You don't think you've learned your lesson yet? I can fix that. That's probably a misclick, Y-Sticks. Fix that. Oldest son! Hello!
Mommy's we with him. So I go baby back I go baby man.
Mommy's sleeping, so you're going in the basement?
I go baby man.
You can hang out here for a minute if you want. You want me to help you put a show on in a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, but you can hang out for a minute, huh?
Yeah.
I love you, buddy. Thanks for being good today for mommy.
Pick.
Baby sister makes mommy really tired. Yeah. Okay, you want me to help you pick?
I see that.
Okay. Alright, be right back. Great. So currently missing second red. They filtered out the Land War Elves, so let's just get that right on out of there, shall we? I think I'm saying no blocks here. I think I want to save this to trade with something bigger, especially because I get to, like, put this into play. You thought you'd miss the Riders. Yeah, Phoenix is a reasonable card. What's our red source count in this deck, by the way? I didn't look at this. I just assumed your mana was okay, but I didn't. Did you re-peak the mana when you made the adjustment? $17? Yeah, 17's good. 17's the target for red on 3. I think I'm just doing this. So, like, next turn, they're probably going to cleave me.
I lead the way, but my brother. My plan is crystallizing.
I feel like I'm okay keeping extra nicks here. I can always discard them later, right? Ugh. It's not working. You want this one? Sorry. Perfect. Love you. Oh. Maybe, if I'm expecting cleave here, I should probably actually block Mire Triton on here too, because then I guaranteed take this off the table. That's probably what I'm supposed to do. Maybe I'm actually supposed to keep the third Nick there so I could run back the play I said I messed up last turn. Yeah, that's probably the case too. I've been a little bit sloppy this game. I'm gonna blame Jacob making me get up. Yeah, if I do that this turn, I'm like, don't have a Nicky B anymore though, which sucks. So we're really hoping to, like, draw another Bonecrusher Giant here.
My answers lie in the
Knight of the Ebon Legion. Yeah, it's actually pretty okay. Because it lets me pump up the jam. Yeah, Knight trades with this. celebrate 1 month away with the good old-fashioned timeout, you definitely can, Spicy Hot Chocolate. Thanks for 11 months. Welcome back. There are not bedevils in the list right now, which is something the previous iterations had played a couple of copies of. I mean, to be fair, Teferi and Embercleave are never going to rotate out of Historic. These here for keeps, chat. If I double pump, it survives. That's not true, right? I shocked in the land so I could double pump to absorb more damage, but it does not survive. Alright, we get to clean house here. So we're going to 5, but they're down to 1 card.
My plan is crystallized.
They're down to no cards, and I have a 6/6. Oh, I clicked on a Phoenix by mistake. Whatever. Yeah, so we're just like super far ahead all of a sudden, right?
I will learn what nobody yet knows.
Alright, so we're done here. Wow, just like straight up one through their cleave. Feels good. It's a little bit different than what we did last time, but I think it looks reasonable. Yep, corner successfully turned. We're definitely the control deck in this matchup. We're a little bit bigger than them, and we're trying to keep them in check. And then eventually we pivot and close hard with whether it's with a Kroxa or a Dino. It's safe to say Grixis is playable. Aggressive Grixis is often playable. So when people try to make these colors be like this really controlling thing, that doesn't work out too well. Yeah, it seems fine. It's got 2 removal spells, got a big fatty dino. Yeah, I agree, Miles. The other 2 drops felt pretty underwhelming in a lot of different spots, both Dreadhorde Butcher and the Stormfist Crusader. As far as non-land draws go, that's one of our better ones, huh? They mulliganed and only have 1 card left here, so they're on board, but we've got plenty of tools to check what they already have here. With no play, I don't think I want to start chewing up my hand with Rotting Regisaur, so I think I'm just going to lead on Bonecrusher Giant here, take their elf out. After 2 timeouts, I've come to say mods are great and chat should buy their stuff. That's the attitude we love to hear. The timeout shall continue until the morale improves. See? Just like that. You love to see it, chat. Is this where the mods link their SoundCloud? I feel like I should... What is a SoundCloud? Is that like something people post podcasts on? Or is it like their music or what? It's a platform for hosting your own music. Okay, got it. It's both. Okay, it's YouTube for audio files. Okay, that makes sense. It's YouTube for audio files. That... Sure, we'll bottom the double red card we can't cast. Probably Gruul again. You say that as if you don't have a SoundCloud that you're trying to keep secret from us. Yep, look, scroll. The Fall of the Thran deck felt okay. The conclusion at the end was there's just not enough go big decks in this format right now to really warrant playing Fall. And this is an updated variation of the Grixis we've been working on a little bit here, that Orky submitted a few times. Just keep chipping away at their hand, I guess. Yeah, aggro and mid-range don't really suffer from Fall. Block. Okay. Got 5 cards in there, so one more card lets us escape Kroxa here. They're like trying to figure out what we have. They're checking our graveyard. They're looking at Kroxa. They're trying to decide, like, do they want to trade for this? If they trade for this, then I get to put Kroxa into play. They're just taking 7. Deal Areno. Are we dead to the cleave? Never not dead to the cleave, right? So if they attack with all their friends, we go Triton on one, Knight on the other, pump Knight. And then they like cleave. No, I don't want to put Knight in front of this because then Cleave would first strike this out. I put Knight in front of here, and then even if they cleave, these trade. And then if they cleave this, I would take 11, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so I believe if I block like this and they cleave here, I take 11, 16, 17, 18, and then I kill them on the backswing. Right? 11, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, they need a burn or a pump spell as their last card. Mother! Ah! 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 Magic Arena. The visual delay between when you click your stop and where the game is at graphically is such dog poop. It's such incredible dog poop. Like, I clicked this while this was still coming into play, but the server was already on my turn in my main phase, having had me discard. The visual delay there is just god awful. I should know Arena is a visually delayed piece of crap, and I should have set that stop in advance. It's just frustrating. It's just frustrating that like this has been a bug since the beta, the closed beta even, and it's still an issue. Yeah, we win that game. If I can set a stop and use my Bonecrusher before it makes me discard it, they lose. I get to stomp their elf and attack them for 9. I put a stop on my upkeep while their card was visually coming into play, but there's lag between where the server is at in the game and what's currently displaying on your client, and they don't line up. So even though I clicked the stop while we were still on their turn with their card coming into play, I didn't get to use the stop on my turn. Yes, the server literally doesn't care about animations. It's a big problem with roping and comboing and setting up keep stuff. That's exactly correct. Where the server is at in the state of the game does not match up with the client-side animations. It's one of the biggest technical failings of Arena. Just in case there is anybody that wasn't here. This is from a U.S. senator, so I assume it's factual. It's from a U.S. senator with a D next to their name, so I assume it's factual. The U.S. previously had a program that they called Predict that was used to identify lethal viruses abroad to prevent their spread to the U.S. It had found over 1,200 viruses in the previous 10 years, and it was actively working in China. 2 months before the Wuhan outbreak, Trump shut down this program. In case you needed an extra reason to be pissed off today. Other than Arena not following my thing. No Life, thanks for the 20 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. But my government spending, yep. Yeah, honestly, Regisaur, like Reclamation, should probably have pre-programmed stops in, so if you have things that can respond to them, it doesn't just pass over. I'm just gonna concede and go on to the next match. We haven't drawn a spell here. We lost the first game because Arena's Arena. Move on to the next one. Bam, thanks for the 7 months. We aim to please. I appreciate you keeping me around. Yeah, what the client does when you have expansion in hand is exactly correct. They obviously have the ability to program in specific exceptions to certain cards, and Rotting Regisaur's trigger should be one of those exceptions. Bernard Sanders 46 with the Prime support. If only. If only. The woodpecker cries, if only the bark on the tree were as lovely. My wife might have sent me a message asking if I was okay after we missed that stop. She's not always here while I work. It's been an enlightening last couple of months for her. I should have gotten existential. It's been like, are any of us ever okay? Okay is relative, yeah. Of course, Wumbo. Happy Sunday. I went shopping and asked if they had thyme. They said thyme out. See what you did there? Pup, 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 poker face, pup, pup, poker face. My. Who's got 2 thumbs and is ready to get swept up? This guy right here. It is a lot of Mire Tritons. You are not wrong. Excuse me? Okay, so are they just Nexus of Fate? So there's like Bant Nexusing us then? They must be, right? They just like have a Nissa as a win condition? Y'all need to settle down, okay? Okay, y'all just need to calm down out there. Everybody, nobody panic. Everybody calm down. Alright, I think since they gave us 2 lands, we play Nicol Bolas. Just like hope to draw another land and flip over here. BB Trombone, thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Yes, Jacob.
Nature's true power.
Love you, bud. Well, we might not get another turn. Thinking we'd get another turn. Lol.
I can no longer stand by and watch. Trust me, I have
Panicking is my default setting. Listen, I don't blame you. I completely understand. I don't think we can win this game anymore, right? Like, even if they don't take more turns here. Yeah, maybe. We have 4/4s and 6/6s.
The land shall conquer you.
Gross.
You'll thank me later. No, I am not making this up as I go.
Do 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 do. Alright, just clicking submit here. It kind of looks like there's 0 Nexus of Fate cards on my sideboard, huh? I don't know that our main deck's that bad here. We're just like racing. Yeah, I think Grasp is too narrow. We don't even know how many Nissas they're playing. There's like a real chance of like there's just one Nissa and they just happen to find it early. A lot of times these Nexus decks are pretty light on win conditions. How does Legion's End work with this land? They have the name of the land that they're on. That's fair. They probably have Timio. Anti-Nexus card who decks the concede, but I don't know. I want to see how this plays out. We're probably worse off here against the white build than we are against like the blue-green build, just because the blue-green build at least we can with the blue-green build we can stomp through their fogs, whereas they like have real sweepers. Yeah, we got a super reasonable curve. 1, 2, 3 right on up. Not having any copies of Agonizing Remorse in our sideboard might be a miss. Can see that being a mistake. Ha. Maybe I'm supposed to Ashiok there, actually. If I Ashiok there, I can Kroxa the following turn. Because Ashiok will dump 8 cards over 2 minuses into my bin.
I'm known for my excellent timing. That's more like it.
This also makes their Azcanta less good. Oh, I technically should have minused after I killed the Teferi, right? We did okay, Bob. We won a few matches. I don't know that the fall archetype as a whole is very good right now, though. Like, it's decent against things like what this opponent is doing, but I kind of feel like there aren't enough mid-range or go big decks in this format to warrant playing fall in the main. Like, I kind of feel like you would, to be strictly optimal in a competitive sense, you'd want to be like a Knight of the Reliquary aggro deck that then boards into fall when it's good, rather than boarding out fall when it's bad right now. No, you don't want to mill the Nexus of Fate deck until it's just Nexus of Fate. I think if the format pivots a little bit and we get like more Field of the Dead running around, fall with the main deck would be good, but hey, thanks for 11 months to support, Pure Bunker. Glad you're staying safe out there. Okay. Prioritize leaving the Phoenix in here, among other things. See if they have another counterspell for this, or if they're going to eat a card out of their hand. I guess I messed up again. My sequencing of my Ashiok keeps being really bad. I keep using the Ashiok after I'm putting cards into their bin. It's not great. Yeah, it's been a pretty quiet Sunday afternoon. Yeah. I mean, I guess I have, like, endless cards to feed this since I have Ashiok going. Oh, I needed the mill for Kroxa. Yeah, that's fair. Ha! Ashiok Static Text hanging out here, just, like, making it so these Fabled Passages are off is great. Yeah, the numbers have been alright. My average concurrent viewer count overall recently is like right about 1,000, so we're a little above that. Saturday, Sundays, even with the Channel Fireball thing going on, have been pretty reasonable. As a Twitch chat member, I approve of Ashiok's star rate impersonation, right? Should we stomp them to pump the night? Nah. Ain't about that life. Just like put this Regisaur into play and beat him down. Regisaur actually means land is lethal next turn, right? So, like, if they brick and then I draw an untapped land, I get to, like, pump, attack for... No, it's only 14. Math is hard. Numbers, etc. Welcome back, Race. Thanks for the Prime support. I don't know why I shocked that in. There's no reason to, right? Guess we could, like, bluff a counterspell. They don't really know what we're doing. Why are people excited about Arena Cube? Isn't it just historic? No, not at all. Limited has a deck building aspect to it that's very different from Constructed in general. It's like saying, is it Cube Draft normally just Legacy or Vintage or whatever? Which is just like, not correct. People are excited about Cube because people like to play Magic in lots of different ways. And Cube, yeah, don't yuck their yum. Just because it doesn't do it for you doesn't mean it doesn't do it for them. Magic's not a single game. It's a game system, right? No, you do not keep the cards you draft in the Cube format. It is a Phantom, we call that. Yeah, Cube tends to have more powerful gameplay overall. So like if the thing you don't like from normal limited is the strength of the average card, Cube tends to be better about that. Do they have a Thassa's Intervention here? Gross. It's a lot of looks at a Nexus plus an extra card. Okay, well, we're gonna get a turn. The fact that I didn't... If they have Settler Wreckage here, I could have played around that. Just dead. Alright. Gosh, do I want Ashiok? I feel like after watching that play out, I kind of want Ashiok. It, like, draws me this, which is Disruption. Mire Triton doesn't do a whole lot. Yeah, we didn't see Snare out of them, but they had Settle the Wreckage in game 1. They're probably playing that instead of Snare. Bolas tends to be good versus Nexus if you played it on 5 and not dead yet. Yeah, that's fair. It puts a lot of pressure on their resources. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Maybe we just cut all the Mire Tritons or we trim some of the Royal Scions. I could see that. Made 13th in the Modern Challenge last week. And streamed the whole thing playing the 4-color Iceberg deck. Nice. I'm glad you had fun. 13 is no slouch. How big are those things these days? You know, once upon a time they were like pushing up to like 200 people with some consistency. Are they still in that range or are they down a little bit? This is fine enough. This is a little bit of a hate card. Something sweet. I don't know. I just don't like Horton points. Fair. And then I think we just Ashiok on 4 and then start working our way towards a Kroxa, ideally. We get like 8 more looks at a Kroxa for turn 4. Also gets to slow down their fetch lands and hammer their graveyard. Smart. They saw Ashiok last game, so prioritizing getting their Fabled Passages out is good play on their part. These poverty points gotta be useful for something other than making Senpai notice me. Well, if you save up 1,000,000 of those points, Bob, you get to add a deck to the queue with 100 points. And I know you've never done that before, so you might want to save up those points so you could do that someday. They are down to 2 cards here, so that's not bad. This can help us loot through our lands. Thanks for all the great content. Raid question for chat. Working on getting food to upgrade your first 6 stars. Should you do Kale or Vala? I'm not familiar with Vala. Can Vala farm the campaign? Your very first 6 stars should definitely be someone who can farm the campaign, because having someone that can farm 12-3 on Brutal makes all your future 6 stars a lot easier to get to. The 4/4 stat line here is decent because it keeps the 3/3s at bay a little bit. Nissa still sits around and makes them extra mana though. In a lot of ways, Nissa is kind of another Wilderness Reclamation that can kill us. Also attackable though, thankfully. I can give you some of Uncle Sam's channel points. That's a great way. It's a great way to put it. So they have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana here. So again, they can Nexus of Fate if they want to. Kale's a pretty good all-around champion. You can use him in the clan boss for a while too, because he does poison. Alright, so... Can I play around, settle the wreckage? I don't think I can play around, settle the wreckage here. Which sucks. I think I want some discard in the sideboard. Like, being able to poke through in situations like this would just be so good. If they don't have settle here, we're in a very good spot. I reconfigured my Bellower yesterday, and he's very close to getting a 9-second clear on 12-3. He needs a little bit more crit damage. There's one guy that lives. Yeah, I don't know that we can win this game. Feels bad, man. If they didn't have that there, yeah, they just had 2 of them. Yeah, games 1 and 3 here were rough. Like, this deck might even be fine against traditional Nexus. Like, the opponent's build of Nexus is a little bit atypical in that it's got the white cards in it and, like, it's got main deck Nissa, and both the Settle and the main deck Nissa were what got us in games 1 and 3. Like, if they hadn't had both of those cards, I feel like we would have been okay in either of those situations. see how a control matchup goes here. This is control is a place where Rotting Regisaur notably does not shine because it gets 2 for 1. We are solidly on the rank floor. So I'm gonna stomp my knight in response here because if this doesn't deal damage, they don't gain the life. So kind of deal 3 with that stomp that way, with that sequencing. Hey, thanks for the 38 months, Jin. Welcome back. Happy Sunday. Catching us at the tail end today. They're missing their second black, so I'm not gonna play around Kaya's Wrath. They could have Shatter too, I suppose. I don't know. I don't think I have time to like. I don't have any of my card advantage stuff, so I think I just need to run them down here and hope for the best. The fact they took a creature and not Cleveland kind of makes me think they don't have the sweeper. Oh, they just had Teferi. That kind of makes sense. So this gets this out of range once it jumps up, which is nice. They can kill Bonecrusher though, but they're only going to 9, which means they're dead to cleave and they're dead to land. So they need something better than just this Othakaya here. Hey, Grey Pax, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yep, that'll do, pig. This puts them to 4. And then they're dead to Phoenix with the land next turn, even if they kill my Knight of the Ebon Legion here. Got that advert reset reminder. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, so they can tuck in my knight.
I'm known for my excellent timing. No more.
Untapped land, please. Untapped land, please. Papi. Alright, so Angry Dino's fine, Ashiok's fine, Nikki B's fine, Rotting Regisaur's not particularly fine, Mire Triton's not particularly fine. Click submit. Do you have a deck of the day in mind yet? Yes, we played a Jund. What did we play? It was Jund Storm Herald as the first historic deck today, and it was stellar. Just like some of the sweetest games of historic we've played in the last week, I think. It was very, very excellent. 10 out of 10 would meme again. Noxious Grasp to kill the Planeswalkers? I don't think so. Spending a card to kill their Tefris that have already drawn cards tends to not be a winning play a lot of the time. Especially 3-mana Teferi.
Try this. Time for plan B.
I agree, Bob. It's been quite excellent. Very, very excited to,
I've got it.
very excited to get things set up and do the tournament on next week. Any good rants today? We had a good political rant at the end of the black-white enchantments deck that I might clip and upload on its own.
Here goes nothing.
I think it's good enough that it's probably going to get its own video.
Let's slow this down.
If they save their Planewalker here, I think I'm going to go ahead and concede. I think we've just stumbled too much here without lands. Yeah, getting pissed off at Arena Bug's different than ranting, though. Okay, game 3 on the play, huh? This is going to go ahead and be my last one of the day. We've been going for a little over 7 hours. I'm playing this one for about an hour 20. I think I like the Kroxa aspect of this deck. That was a direction we said we wanted to go in after playing last week with it. Or last time with it. And I think that's a good spot to be. This is excellent. We get to go 2, 3, 4. Assuming we draw land. Perfect. You love to see it. Fingers crossed we don't get Thought Erasure and lose our Ashiok here. If we do lose our Ashiok, we're probably just playing Bonecrusher as a 4-3. How am I liking the weekend streams? They've been good. I've actually really enjoyed having my days off split up so far. And we'll see if that lasts, but like having like on for 3 days, off for a day, on for 2 days, off for a day has felt good. Breaks up the week a little bit. Elfanda, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Bolas is a potentially useful draw. He says before he gets Thought Erasured into oblivion. Alright, can we draw another Ashiok here, or Royal Scions, or something? Best part of quarantine is midday naps. Spoken like someone without children. Big Country, thanks for the half a year. Welcome back. Absorb me. Absorb me. Wow, rude. So that's our 4th or our 5th card going into here. Just the 4th. Yikes. Feels Magic Man. So, I think my main thoughts on this, let's take a peek here. The main deck feels pretty reasonable. Kroxa and Mire Triton feel like more ideal 2-drops than the other things we tried in the past. I like the aspect of Regisaur with Cleave, and these cards with Cleave, and Knight with Cleave, just ways to close things out. I'm not in love with the sideboard here, so I haven't been boarding in Legion's End against Gruul. I've just been bringing in these 6, and I feel like I want some discard spells in the sideboard, and I feel like Legion's End is probably the thing to give to get those in there. One of these Ashioks could maybe go away too. What are the big Bolases for? I think this deck has a lot more staying power than you give it credit for, Bob, at least on the surface. So, like, while we're able to be aggressive in spots where being aggressive is good, cards like Kroxa, Bonecrusher's a 2-for-1, Nicol Bolas is a 2-for-1. This can generate card advantage. I feel like we have a decent amount of longevity. and Nikki be in places like the last matchup, for example, against Esper. Regisaur's not good against heavily interactive decks, and Nicol Bolas, Dragon God, gives us another axis of being able to like go long a little bit with them. I don't think we're nearly as all in on being like having to pressure people out of the game or losing as a lot of other decks of this type tend to be. Can you watch the Queen of England's address on stream? It's 4 minutes long and very, very good. Sure, it's probably something I'm going to watch when I sign off anyways. At any rate, that's going to be it for this one. So probably just push some of those things around in there. I'm pretty happy with these 12-2s though. It's a fun idea. Let's wrap up with that.